Hello, BookTube. It's a winter's day in Vermont. I'm out in the little grotto, having a pipe, doing a little reading. It's been a good weekend, so I hope it has been for you. The things I want to do today is a little reading update, weekly reading update, and talk about a new project. So I finally repicked this book up. I've read it before. This is Matt Helm series. This is by Donald Hamilton. This is The Intriguers. Let's see, I'm on page 125 out of what? These things are never very long. 208. So, Fawcett Gold Medal book. I don't know what number it was, but I always like these. I've got another couple hanging around that I've managed to find lately, so I'll probably give more of those a read. Then I've been reading, this one's been on my shelf for a long time, and I'm finally getting to it. This is The Old Gringo, a novel by Carlos Fuentes. Where am I at here? I'm on page 56, but again, another short one. This one has 199 pages. And it's about Ambrose Bierce, the guy who wrote the Devil's Dictionary, a newspaper man, a all-around character, and he goes down to Mexico. What was it? During the Pancho Villa days. I'm not sure what date that would be. 1914. And then Ambrose Bierce in real life disappears. So this is sort of a novelization, not novelization, but this is a novel about all of that. Very good so far. I'm really enjoying it. I've read some Fuentes before, but I really like this. Then this is a book about poetry, The Stamp of Class, Reflections on Poetry and Social Class by Gary Lenhart. I'm learning a lot about this because for a long time, art was considered a hoity-toity. You had to be educated from the upper classes, particularly in England. That's not so true in the United States. Walt Whitman is a classic example of that. But Leonard talks about a guy named Stephen Duck and then a woman named Anne Yearsley, who were from the working classes who wrote poetry. And so far I've read that, and it's been quite fascinating. I think Stephen Duck, I'm not sure what years it would have been. They could probably tell me here. They were called the uneducated poets. The 1800s sometime. Let me see. You see how people are really look down on them, but I don't know. I don't know what the date was. But anyway, long time ago. And then this one here, I've been working my way through and picked it back up again. This is Unredeemed Captive, a family story from early America. Where am I at on this? I'm on, it would be nice if we had a page number. Oh, I'm on page 78. This is about the attack on Deerfield, Massachusetts by the French and Indians. Brutal thing. Just a lot of brutality going on here, and the people are just horrific. But I got into so it's during Puritan times, right, in New England. So I got into a little section that was heavy on theology, and I have a degree. I have 2 degrees in theology, and I had enough of it. there was nothing here to slow me down. But I picked it back up. Now we got some action going on, some politics, and trying to recover some of these people. There's a lot of people held in captivity in Canada, so really good read. Also, and I don't know where I put it here, or I probably have it right here. Let's see. On the Heinlein Project, Heinlein 2025. Yeah, let me get my phone going so I have my notes. for March, we're going to be reading The Star Beast by Robert A. Heinlein. So I've got that set over here. I haven't read it yet, and then I'll read at least one short story. Some of us do that, some of us don't. It's a group where the participants change a bit, depending on whether they're interested in the book or even if their schedule will allow them to do it. So we have quite a good group there. We have Shawn Standfast for Science Fiction Reads, SF Words of Wonder, myself, Literate Texan, Scott Danielson, Brandy at the Book Eclectic, and Book Chat with Pat. So the one I want to announce now, the new thing involved we're in is called the New Futurian Fellowship, a science fiction reading event. And basically it was a bunch of us discussing the fact, especially for old guys like me, I haven't read a lot of the new stuff. So we got together on Voxer and decided we wanted to read some new science fiction, new-ish, new to us. So I started reading science fiction in the 1960s, so you can imagine new to me would probably cover a lot of ground, because I stopped reading science fiction for a while. So newer stuff, I guess, is the best way to put that. So we have a group, and in that group is Shawn from Shawn D. Standfast, Scott from Scott Danielson, myself, Brandy from the Book Eclectic, Debs from Rainer Reads Stuff, Gavin from Genre Books 23, and Pat with Book Chat with Pat, and then Sterling Reads 547, and then we have Arianne and Nicole, who also are involved with the Voxer group, but I guess they don't have channels. So this thing will start in March, and I'll give you a list of what we're going to read. And if you're interested, even for one or two of them, or you want to just be in the Voxer chat, you can get a hold of Shawn. If you want to read all of them and do videos, that's great. So yeah, the fellowship is open to all. So here's the books we're going to read. So the first one here is in March, Jack Mcdevitt's Academy series, Priscilla, Hutch, Hutchins, and this is The Engines of God. I went online to see if I get myself, as you all know, or maybe you all don't know, I prefer paper books, which is why I have no room in my house for anything else. But I ended up buying this because it was way cheaper on Kindle. So I've got it there, and this is it, The Engines of God. I want to read some Mcdevitt, so that'll be our first one in March. Our second one, which is April, is Adrian Tchaikovsky, Children of Time series, and the first one is Children of Time from 2015. I should have mentioned that Mcdevitt's Engines of God was 94. So to give you an idea where our times are going here. So I do have this. Heard great things about it. Have never. This one's a little bit of dust on it. Well, a lot of my books have dust on them. And I've wanted to read it for a long time, and grabbed a copy a while back, and now I'm glad I did, because I have it. So then in May, we're going to read Ian Banks' Culture Series, Consider Phlebas, 1987. So we're getting back a little bit. I've read this, and really liked it, and want to continue on with the series. I know there's a lot of books. I don't know how many there are. But I'll give it a reread because it's been a while, and then maybe I'll start tracking down some more of them. Really good book. So then in June, Alastair Reynolds, Revelation Space series, and the first one is Revelation Space 2000. Really want to find a copy of that because I do want. I've wanted to read him for a while. July is one I didn't know about, and that's always good, because we're trying to get outside our limits here, right? It's Emily Tesh, Some Desperate Glory, 2023, so new. I don't know anything about it, but I have heard a few people in the Voxer chat who are also really looking forward to reading this, so I'll track down a copy. In August, we have Peter F. Hamilton, Commonwealth Universe, 2002 to 2016, I guess, is when these were all published. And the first one we're going to read is Misspent Youth, 2002. Then in September, Neal Asher, and it's the Polity Universe, Agent Cormac series. And the one we're reading is Gridlinked, which is 2001. And then in October, we'll read Robert Charles Wilson, Spin series. Spin is the first one, and that's 2005. November is another one I'm looking forward to quite a bit. I'm looking forward to all of them, but some more than others. November is Becky Chambers, the Wayfarers series, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, 2014, which has a great title. Then another one I'm really looking forward to here is in December, Christopher Paolini, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, 2020 is the date on that. I did read those books, the fantasy, what is the name of them? Erdogan or something like that. I can't remember. I did read those that he put out when he was very young. And I didn't really like him, but I've heard that he's really grown a lot as a writer. I guess when you start young like that and have some real talent, that's what happens. So yeah, that'll be our final one. So that will keep me busy for the summer and into the winter. I still have to track down some of these volumes and finish up some of the reading I already have going on, and then also the Heinlein group. So yeah, the Futurians would welcome you, and this is sort of be my reading wrap up and the Futurians announcement all in one. So I won't be making a separate announcement. Hope everybody's doing well, and thank you, BookTube.